The next presenter will be Minhaj Chowdhury of Drinkwell.
This is arsenic poisoning. You can't see it or smell it, but if it's in your water, within 3 to 5 years, not only will your hands look like that, but you'll get arsenicosis, an incurable cancer-causing disease. Now, the biggest tragedy is that despite $800 million being spent, 200 million people in India and Bangladesh alone are affected by water-related diseases such as arsenicosis and fluorosis. When you have too much fluoride in your water, it results in stunted growth. That tragedy kills 500,000 people every year. So the biggest question is, why aren't things working? People are throwing millions of dollars. 3 reasons. First, we're giving things away for free. That means people don't value the product. They don't have their skin in the game. Second, even when you get that product to market, it's made up of raw materials that are only available in Cambridge or Sweden or where these technologies are developed. So when things break down, no one can fix them. But most importantly, the way we market it, we have, if you put yourself in the shoes of a villager, a foreigner crusading in a white UN van saying how you are entitled to use this to have a better life. Put yourself in that position. First of all, who are you to tell me how to live? You don't even look like you're from here. And B, I actually have more compelling reasons to spend money on my kid going to school or on my ailing mother because at the end of the day, I can get this water for free from a pond. Today, however, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to introduce you to a company that's disrupting this whole space and transforming this global water crisis into economic opportunity. Introducing Drinkwell. Put simply, we deliver clean water to those who need it most by blending novel water filtration technology with the franchise business model. And the way we work is simple. First, we remove arsenic and fluoride from groundwater tube wells, dispense it into 20-liter jugs that are then delivered to households for the low price of a half-penny a liter. We've already scaled this through $1 million in grant funding across 200 units in India, Laos, and Cambodia. In India alone, we're delivering 16.2 million liters of drinking water every month. So how do we do it? First, we use markets. We have local entrepreneurs selling the water, giving these people the dignity of being customers. Second, all of our products are locally sourced. That means when things break, we have unskilled laborers fixing things right away. But most importantly, we sell our water by saying you'll get smoother hair, less briny fish, tastier rice, and whiter laundry when you use our product. Thereby, you're using aspirational branding by improving the livelihoods of these people, so they look at it as a livelihood investment. Who's behind this? So we have Arup Singh Gupta, who's the inventor of the system from Lehigh. Myself, Minhaj Chowdhury, I have 5 years experience managing water projects with Johns Hopkins and BRAC. Mike German, an engineer who's deployed this across the world. Sajay Verma, who's built rural businesses, most recently eChopal, which connects 4 million rural Indians in farming to the global marketplace. We've all done Fulbrights, we've been patented, we have publications, and we've really made this work. Why are we here today? We want to tackle the $2.3 billion arsenic and fluoride opportunity across India and Bangladesh. And we're going to do it through our 4-stage business model. First, we select entrepreneurs by engaging with local stakeholders. We then employ and train 2 drivers and a caretaker. Next, we build the system, costs $8,000, takes a month. And then the best part, the entrepreneur uses their social capital to sell the water. This has gone over so well that the entrepreneur gets enough revenue to buy a car to increase their footprint. Finally, we collect 2 things. We collect customer demographic info through a water scorecard, and then we actually collect output liter data to measure against underreporting. We're 60 times cheaper than bottled water. Whereas current best practice reverse osmosis wastes 60% of input water, we only waste 1%. There are other franchises out there, but none of them can remove arsenic. Not only can we do it, but we generate 1 million times less waste. That's a significant market opportunity that we've got. Here's a high-level overview of our unit economics. We basically, at a minimum, have 600 households paying $3 a month. That's $1,800 in revenue. Operating costs are about $800. That leaves $150 for the entrepreneur. That's 3 times their average income. Talk about a compelling value proposition. And then we keep the rest to fuel our growth. In closing, we have a strategic opportunity here to transform millions of lives. Up across the top and bottom are our funders so far through non-dilutive grant capital. We're Drinkwell. Join us as we transform the global water crisis into economic opportunity.
Great, no, it's very, very exciting. I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about the business model. In particular, are you guys going down the for-profit route or the nonprofit route?
We're the for-profit route. And the reason why is because we can scale. We haven't been able to scale. I'll give you an example. We just got a $400,000 investment from grants, but guess what? We can't get the first check cut until July, and it's milestone-based funding. On the other hand, we get investment capital, and we've got the unit economics down to where we can prove the cash flow. we can generate serious returns and we can get to market a lot faster.
Can you talk a little bit about the margins that you're going to get out of the sale of the product?
Sure. So basically, the break-even point of an $8,000 investment comes at month 10. There are debt financiers out there, such as the World Bank, IFC, that have agreed to do project financing for us once we have 10 cash flow positive systems out there. We've already got them out there, and now we just need to roll it out. And so by year 2, it's straight margins for us in the sense that we get cash of $850 coming into the business every month.
Great. And a little bit more clarity around, you talk about having 200 units out there, and yet you don't have the ones that are profitable. Can you explain that a little bit more in the transition?
Sure. So the 200 units out there were through grants, and it was through projects. It was through one-off CSR investments from Intel and the Hilton Foundation. And it was when we were still deploying our technology to test it and refine it. We needed to get to 200 to get the unskilled laborers to maintain the system, to be able to have all of the local products be amenable enough to give the quality at World Health Organization standards. And so it was only until now that we have enough proof points to really go and scale as a private investment.
So as a private sort of for-profit company, have you gone out and built one of these yet?
So we have 3 that we've opened through prize competition moneys in the last year. And those are all doing great so far, and they're on track to be cash flow positive.
That's great. Questions?
How are you identifying your entrepreneurs, and how are you getting them to put skin in the game?
Sure. So water is such an emotive issue. You need the locals to be involved. So we have a committee. And the funny thing is, so I come from Johns Hopkins. We have teams with engineers from MIT and Princeton. And what we have is interns from there coming in. And when that happens, you have all of a sudden an American in a village, and the whole gang comes out. And they want to be associated with that American. And so we take a picture with that American. And all of so the committee that we have is comprised of a mayor, local school official, a clergyman, and they all frame that picture in their office. So when villagers come and say, oh, what is that? They say, oh, it's Drinkwell. And so then you have the key influentials enforcing the need for this product. So that was the first question. Did you have another one?
Yeah, I asked about skin in the game, but you may run out of time.
So skin in the game, they have to put up $500.
Okay.
And what kind of support are you providing for them? These are people who probably have never run a business before.
So we work with proven business people on the village that run Kirana shops, and we do the regeneration of the resin, which is a technological thing. Every 2 million liters or 6 months, you need to regenerate the media that filtrates the water.